Shalom Akim, this is your brother Samak. Once again, with another video. Before I start, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Rakah Quadash, and double honors to our elders and apostles, which are at Great Millstone. And peace and blessings to you brothers out there pushing His word, and you Akwathim that are out there, watching the brothers, supporting the brothers, and doing their thing. All right. You want to keep in mind that the time we're in is very crucial, because we see these prophecies, starting to come to fruition. We're starting to see that the economy starting to make its turn for the worse. The RFID chip is being perfected every day. They're coming out with this 5G technology, which will support the full production of the RFID chip. So we see that being pushed heavily more and more and more. That's getting more out there. So people are starting to get that vibration. We see the different wars going on. What just happened with Turkey. We see these different things. So we understand that time is of the essence and we're almost out of here. And at this point, as the scriptures say, that the devil, roughly paraphrasing, that the devil is doing all his work. The scripture where it says the devil knoweth that he have but a little time. So Esau is going to be out here, putting all type of different afflictions on our people, because they know they got a little time. Ultimately, the devil and these demonic spirits that tend to come upon us, man. Satan sends these evil spirits upon us. That's why you got to stay on your toes, man. You're going to try to take brothers off of their square, man. You're going to try to stop the elect from coming to fruition, which we know is not going to happen. But if you really want to be of that number, you need to make sure you're doing what you got to do, man. Because if your spirit ain't there, then you probably ain't the elect, So it's very important to put on your spiritual armor and be prepared for Satan to throw you curveballs, man. For Yahweh to allow Satan to throw you curveballs. Now I'm going to start with 1 Peter 5:8. Be sober, be vigilant, because your adversary, the devil, as a roaring lion, walketh about seeking whom he may devour. So Satan's literally just out here like a roaring lion, looking for who can devour. Oh, he's weak. I'm at him. Oh, he's weak. He getting ready to crumble right at him. All he need is a little bit of hell, and he's out of there, man. So you see, Satan has the authority to send these spirits upon you. And brothers get demons on them. We get demons on us pretty often, but that's why it's very important to stay in the spirit as much as possible. I need to do more myself personally, but this is an exhortation, not only for you brothers, but for myself as well. Can't be a hypocrite. So, killing two birds with one stone. I'm motivating you brothers and exhorting you brothers to do more spiritual things, and myself as well. Now, let's go to another precept. This is Ephesians. Where is it? Here it is. This is Ephesians 6, and I start at 10. Finally, my brethren, be strong in the Lord and in the power of His might. Yahweh has a lot of power, man, through His Son Yahweh Shai, through the Holy Spirit. They have a lot of power to send to brothers, man. The Lord will send you good spirits, man. Different foods that you eat, that you can get righteous vibrations through just your diet alone. Just your diet alone could send you positive vibrations, man. It says, finally, my brethren, be strong in the Lord and the power of His might. Put on the whole armor of Yahweh, that ye may be able to stand against the wiles of the devil. Exactly. You got to put on the whole armor, because the devil's coming full-fledged, man. He's going to send all type of distractions on you. He's going to have people trying to throw you off your square. Personally, different things come up that sounds enticing, but that it's not wise to do these things. It's not very expedient to go down certain paths and get involved in certain things. Like the brother Yakanan in my camp always like to say, he said that demon spirit wants you to sleep, man. Brothers sleeping in, get sleeping 10, 12 hours, man, not being productive, not having a good diet, not only just a good diet of what you eat, but what you surround yourself by, what you listen to, what you hear, what you see. You know, brothers need to get into the herbs. Brothers need to get into better health. Now bodily exercise profiteth little, but it still profiteth. You know, it profiteth little, but it profiteth, man. It's all a part of the temple. It's all a part of the in the spirit. You get your health right in the spirit, man. You do everything in the spirit. You want your body to be right because you are a reflection of what you eat. If you eat like shit, you're gonna feel like shit. And if you feel like shit, you're not gonna be as productive and as diligent as you need to be. So, brothers, eat more fruits, eat more vegetables, get into the herbs, start learning about different healing herbs and get into the stones, man, all these different things. Exercise a little bit more. That's a good way to purge out some demons, man, purge out some anger, some emotions. Go to the gym, man. Put all your anger into the weights. Put all your emotions into the weights, man. Or put all your emotions into running or whatever it is, something active, man, boxing, whatever it is. It says, "For we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities and powers and rulers of the darkness of this world, and against spiritual wickedness in high places. Wherefore take unto you the whole armor of Yahweh, that ye may be able to withstand the evil day, and having done all to stand." So we deal with spiritual wickedness in high places, man. We literally have to sit and walk in Babylon and witness all type of wickedness, man. You got the LGBT members, man, these sodomites walking around, transgenders walking around, drags walking around. We got the Esau thinking they above us, man. They got all type of witchcraft going on, these different religions and idolatries and shit that we got to see on a day-to-day basis, that if we constantly being around these different things and involved in these things in our free time, man, it's going to start to take a toll on us, man. It's going to start to rub off on us. That's why I always advise brothers to hang out with like-minded brothers, man. We all have acquaintances in the world, but you should limit your time with those acquaintances in the world, man. Because they might have wicked spirits that might, and demons on them, that you being associated with them constantly, them demons might rub off and come on you, man, whatever it is. All right? Now, but we know that, so that's why it's very important, because scripture is prophesied that, you got people falling out. It's prophesied, people falling out, and we see it all the time. So you want to make sure you're not falling out. You want to make sure you constantly get in the spirit, man, getting fed, feet in the spirit, and having the mercy of Yahweh by Shem Yahushai to constantly keep the spirit on you. It's a blessing every day that we wake up, first and foremost. And then number two, it's a blessing that we wake up in the spirit, man. But in reality, if you wake up and you don't got the spirit on you no more, you might as well just have woke up, man. Because now the rest of your life is going to be going down the path of wickedness, man. Just racking up more sin on top of sin on top of sin, and making your judgment worse. So shit, if you wake up and the spirit's no longer on you, and you don't want to do this work anymore or believe in the Lord anymore, you would better off not have waking up, man. That's what it is. So this is 1 Timothy 4:1. "Now the Spirit speaketh expressly that in the latter times some shall depart from the faith, giving heed to seducing spirits and doctrines of devil." It's prophesied in the latter times, man, that people will depart from the faith, man. So you got brothers coming into this thing and brothers falling out. And you got to look at these brothers as examples. It be strong brothers, man, in the truth, that be walking concordances, man. The most eloquent speakers, have all the knowledge, man. But then fall right out the truth, man. You was thinking that this man was of the elect. You literally see this man like, damn, man, he gotta be the elect. And then he fall out, man. Go back into the world. And that's just Yahweh using him as an example. Like, look, ain't nobody safe, man. Ain't nobody safe until you enter into the chariot. You ain't safe until you enter into the chariot. You can literally be protected all throughout Jacob's trouble, and then the missiles come, and you still ain't safe until you get in that chariot, man. You're not safe until you get all the way delivered, man. Once the Lord puts you in that chariot and you are changed, that's when you are good. That's when you're safe, man. But until then, we constantly got to keep faith. We constantly got to be pushing in the spirit and lifting yourself up, man. Don't have that woe is me spirit. Don't have that depression spirit come upon you. Don't I get caught up in that them spirits on me all the time, man. And what I personally believe it is for me is that I need to fast a lot more, man. Before, I've been going through a little slump this past year, but prior to this, a year ago, I used to fast damn near every week, a minimum of twice a month. Like I used to do that to keep my spirit right. And at that time, I was really on fire, man. I learned a lot. I gained a lot of knowledge, and I kind of feel like I hit a slight plateau, which not really, but I feel like there's a roadblock, and I have to overcome that roadblock. And ultimately, I believe it's the Most High that's built me up because I still have grown, but my progression has been a lot slower than what it should have been. And I understand that, and that's the key to bettering yourself, is to have self-awareness and self-acceptance. Like you gotta be aware of what's going on and what's wrong, and then you have to accept, like, damn, you know what, this is my fault, and I know what I need to do, and then you move forward with that. Now, let's get this with prayer and no, that's right here. I think I got a search right here. Yep, with prayer and fasting. Psalms 35 and 13. But as for me, when they were sick, my clothing was sackcloth, and I humbled my soul with fasting and prayer and returned into my own bosom. It says my prayer returned into my own bosom, man. Hey, so that means, hey, he humbled himself down, man, and he with fasting, man, and his prayer, and I believe it's David, and his prayer returned unto him, man. So he prayed to the Lord. He fasted, humbled himself, and before the Lord, sent up a supplication, a prayer, a request, and the Lord answered it, man. Because the Lord's ears are more open to your prayers when you're in a fasted state, man. When you're in a fast for the Lord, a spiritual fast, his ears are more open to you because now you're afflicting your soul and you're literally relying on Yahweh to keep you alive, man. To keep the spirit fighting for you. Because when you're not eating, you're not drinking, you're not getting any nutrients or anything, man. Literally. And it's tough, too. He put on his slack cloth, man, and everything. Now, Daniel 9 and 3. I set my face unto Yahweh, the power, to seek by prayer and supplications with fasting and sackcloth and ashes. Exactly. So with fasting too is very important to have your sackcloth, man. Put on your just as a sign of just literally a sign of rejecting yourself. Put on your most bummiest clothes, man. Don't be all grooming, in the mirror getting your curls right, your waves right, whatever, you're making sure you look pretty, you know what I mean? Hey, when you fasting, if you can't, stay in the house all day, man. For 24 hours, just stay in the house, man. That's why we don't fast when we go to work, man. Because you want to be able to give that whole day up to the Lord, man. Just, hey, pray all day. Read heavy. Maybe put a video up, watch videos, sleep, and hey, give the day up to the Lord. But the main thing is to reject yourself, man. First Corinthians 7 and 5. Defraud not one the other, except to be with consent for a time, that ye may give yourselves to fasting and prayer, and come together again, that Satan tempt you not for your incontinency. Tobit 12 and 8. It says prayer is good with fasting and alms and righteousness. A little with righteousness is better than much with righteousness. It's better to give alms than to lay up gold. It's a scripture I'm looking for. I believe it's in Matthew. Let me see. Why didn't that pop up though? Oh, I know why. All right, so this is Matthew 17 and 21. Let's start from the top. Yeah, so you can go into the stories. Basically, I'm not gonna read it all, but basically, it was a little boy who was possessed by a demon. Man, had a demon on him, and the disciples couldn't get the demon out. They couldn't exorcise this demon from this little boy. So then, when Yahweh Shai came, the disciples was like, "Yo, like we can't cure him." And then Yahweh Shai was like, "All right, look, come here, bring him to me." It says in verse 18, Yahweh Shai rebuked the devil, and he departed out of him, and the child was cured from that very hour. And if I'm not mistaken, this is when Yahweh Shai just came off of his fast, as long as I think it was 40-day fast, if I'm not mistaken. Verse 19, then came the disciples to Yahweh Shai apart and said, why could we not cast him out? And Yahweh Shai said unto him, because of your unbelief. For verily I say unto you that if ye have faith as a grain of a mustard seed, ye shall say unto this mountain, remove hence to yonder place, and it shall remove, and nothing shall be impossible to you. Howbeit, this kind goeth not out but by prayer and fasting. Yeah, so there's going to be some demons on you that you can't just get out with just straight prayer, man. Just asking the Lord. Hey, it's going to take fasting, man, to get some of these demons out. Because a lot of time when you fast for the Lord, man, it's showing your faith. It's a sign of faith too. It's a sign of faith and a sign of belief. So with that fasting, it'll give you that's the extra added boost, man, and the Lord will be up there. All right, cool. You rejected yourself. You showed your faith and belief. Now I'm gonna remove this spirit and this demon from you, man. So hey, you got something on you. Is something bothering you? Feel like it's a demon on you, brothers and sisters. Hey, man, do a fast and pray to the Lord all day, man. Do a fast in sincerity and in truth, man. From sundown to sundown. You know, make sure you're not working when you can just literally be in a house for a whole 24 hours. You know, that's what my recommendation. And if you got to do it twice, but just do it, man. Do it. Do it. Because now's not the time to be falling out. Now's the time to be striving for that incorruptible crown that we're striving to, as said in 1 Corinthians, the 9th chapter. You know, we're seeking that incorruptible crown. So we got to do what we got to do. We got to put in the work to get that crown. You know, Lord willing, this video was edifying to you brothers and you sisters out there. That's all I got. Till next time, shalom.